Americus tonight, a second police officer has died a day after being shot along with fellow officer while responding to a domestic dispute report.
Georgia Southwestern State University officer Jody Smith passed away late this afternoon. He's the one closest to us here. His friend and fellow officer Nicholas Smar died yesterday. Well, news of Smith's death came just hours after the suspected gunman, Minquel Lembrick, was found dead inside a home where he was hiding in Americus.
And as Fox 5's Nathalie Pozo explains, investigators say a phone tip led them to Lembrick's hideout.
Well, sadly, now two officers have lost their lives. Officer Smith, the GBI, confirming earlier tonight that he did die. Now, all of this went down right here on Allen Street. Police say the man responsible for killing both of those officers was found inside of a home here on Allen Street with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. An intense 24-hour manhunt ends here. Police surrounded this neighborhood on Allen Street after deputies say Minquel Lembrick came to a home of someone he knew, and that person called police.
The person actually knew of him, and one of the things that he knew about the situation, and he wanted to get away and contact law enforcement as quickly as he could.
Heavy police presence, roads closed, and officers armed swarmed the area. Americus Police Chief Mark Scott says as officers set up a perimeter, they heard what sounded like a gunshot inside the home. FBI hostage negotiators tried to get a response, but never did.
When the SWAT team made entry, they found one suspect inside who was deceased from what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Neighbors were escorted out as officers moved in. The GBI director says Lembrick was a dangerous man, convicted felon with a criminal history record 32 pages long.
He was a convicted felon in a possession of a firearm, and he wreaked havoc on this community.
Several local agencies contributing to the reward that went up from $20,000 to $50,000 to $70,000. Officers say the person who led police to Lembrick will be eligible for the reward.
This law enforcement agency and the men and women in this community can now go forward with healing.
And officials say Lembrick did post on his Facebook page a quote, "Other life gone, not going to jail," end quote. And the last message posted on his Facebook page, "Love y'all." That's the very latest here in Americus, Georgia. Nathalie Pozo, Fox 5 News.
Well, it would be devastating news for any community to lose two young police officers.
But as you can see, the news of the deaths of Jody Smith and Nick Smar has hit the community in Americus especially hard because not only were they brothers in law enforcement, but by all accounts, they were lifelong friends. They shared a dream serving as police officers together, and now both have died in the line of duty together. According to America's Police Chief Mark Scott, Officer Smith heard the dispatch call Wednesday and rushed to back up his friend.
He heard him dispatch to that call. He knew he was nearby and he responded. He wasn't dispatched to it. He just knew that he was there and he knew that his friend was going to a potentially dangerous call, and he responded to back him up.
Well, Sumter County officials tell us Smith and Smar were grade school friends and were roommates, sharing a home in the county. Officer Smith was engaged to be married next year.
We have a